Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, where you joined the realm of Cornwall in dark days. Havoc was a good man, and he has died of illness. Conan III was a good man, and he died of illness, and that means we have a new king. King John. This was supposed to be a happy day, the day that I became king, and it is not. It is a sad day, because if you look up the word mediocre in the dictionary, there's a picture of me. I'm absolutely bloody dreadful. Statesmanship of 5, martial 5, stewardship of 4, intrigue of 8, and that's what my education perk is, because I'm a flamboyant, useless bloody schemer, learning a 5. So this is just unfortunate. And you know what stings even more? Basically, everyone in my immediate family is more qualified to be ruling than me. Let's just go over to my wife for a second here. Decent enough diplomacy, 10 martial, 17 stewardship. Like, that's pretty much perfect for what I'd want from a ruler right now. That's absolutely flipping spot on. But no, obviously she doesn't get to be the ruler. Meanwhile, let's go and have a little look-see at John's sisters. He's got 3 living sisters right now. Let's just check in with them. Let's look at Rio. Oh, is that 16 on diplomacy? And also 9 on martial and also 8 on stewardship. Like, really, really good stats. Let's go over to Arya. Reminder, Arya is 17 and hasn't done anything important in her life yet. Oh, what's that? Is that 13 stewardship? Let's go over to Medea, who's 16 and also has 16 in stewardship and 8 in martial, despite the fact that she never has and probably never will command armies. Let's just go over to the other side of the family, nice and quickly as well. Just check what's going on in that part of the world. So there's Alan. Alan is not great, but at least he's a little bit on the better side, quite frankly. And Howl is an interesting one. He's a very, very interesting one. So the brother of Conan III, sadly deceased at this point, with, 15 in martial. Very, very good indeed. Would not be a bad next king, if only because he could actually raise the forces that we might well need to take over Wales. Could be very, very interesting indeed. So, the first question is, who's actually going to rule next? Because the expression live fast, die young could be one that, if we're very lucky, applies to King John. I'm not sure I necessarily want him to be around for too much longer. The question is, who actually is going to be elected as the next Tannist? Because I tried to nominate Rio before, it didn't go very well, but then everyone else nominated first. Like, as I understand it, Tannistry works in such a way as they prefer slightly older people, competent people, and they like it bouncing from one side of the family to the other, so no one branch of the dynasty becomes too dominant. I'm not sure how heavily it skews against women. Possibly I would need to actually change the realm laws for status of women, because if you look at actually status of women full, it does actually say there, female rulers do not incur negative opinion modifiers, but I'm not sure if that therefore means women would also be more likely to be elected in elective and Tannistry systems. I'm not actually sure. So, we'll see about that. What I might do is, just because she's now a little bit older, and also I do need to reset the council. For some reason, everyone gets fired from the council when the king changes, with the exception of the court chaplain, who just stays on for whatever reason. I am going to actually nominate Rio, just to see if I get that nomination in first. Does she actually therefore get some other votes, because people are willing to vote with me? I'm not sure. Like, in all fairness, she's 32 and John is 21. So the chances of her actually ever becoming queen are limited, but I'm just kind of curious whether anyone will vote with me. If she does eventually pass on, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, if only because by the time that happens, unless everyone gets to vote again, a load of new children will have come of age, so we'll have a better selection, hopefully. I feel like we've been a bit unlucky with illness, so we've lost a few people, important people, to diseases that have swept through. Still, I have started building hospitals at this point, so hopefully that will actually not happen so much in future. So, I'm going to put 1 vote for Rio. We'll see if anyone else votes with me. We'll keep an eye on that. And also, everyone back into your position, please. Don't worry, everyone gets their old job back. Howl, you be marshal for now. You might well turn out to be our next king. Would not surprise me in the slightest. But yes, for the time being, just because I am frail and foreigner and all the rest of it. Oh yeah, and the short reign in particular. For the time being, the council is not going to be desperately on side. Still, everyone back to your jobs, please. John has, precious few troops he can call upon. 1,232. That is not great at all. And some of that is from vassals. My own domain is... that's very low. That's very low. Fine, Marshal, you get down over there, train some troops. Levy size plus 37% could be just what I need. And as for you, Chancellor, get on with what basically every Chancellor's been doing for what feels like a decade at this point. Head over to Wales. Please, for the love of God, get me an excuse to go and invade. Ideally, the whole duchy. Because, yeah, if the king, or rather my, well, petty king, I suppose, if I have a reason to actually attack the whole duchy, I can take the whole thing. I can't push anyone else's claim on the whole duchy to take over this whole area simultaneously, because if I did, they'd just become independent. They'd like me, but it wouldn't exactly help me very much. Well, actually, unless, of course, I would take a person of no great importance, marry them into my family matrilineally, then push their claim, and as a result of that, yeah, just like we did with Powys before that bastard screwed everything up, bloody Rio's husband, I don't suppose by any chance, yeah, the whole actual, no, not the petty kingdom, the actual whole duchy. Yeah, there are a few claimants floating around, interestingly. Actually, one of them is actually a countess. Okay, which is interesting, but unfortunately means, of course, yes, she is married to an actual count, so nothing we can do with her. Fine, leave that for the time being. We'll just get the claim and handle that ourselves. Now, we do actually have a fair bit of money for the time being, so just for now... How about, yes, our capital, which is now also... Hang on, is this not our... Oh, the crown focus has switched off. Right, make this area our crown focus, which is beautiful, and also start improving it. Let's get this up to Castletown 2. That tax income plus 2 will be very, very nice indeed. That's going to take, like, nearly 2 years to do, but the amount of extra money is very, very welcome indeed. In fact, as it's going to take so long, I'm going to use one of the other abilities I haven't actually used for my steward yet, and oversee construction. So basically halving the local build time. So, get him over there. You get in there and handle that just for the next year or so. That's absolutely flipping marvellous. And you, my good man, yeah, actually, get on with stealing some technology. How do you feel about stealing technology from? How's Constantinople? Still sick. Seems to be never not bloody sick. How about a nice trip to northern Italy on this occasion? Oh, they're bloody sick as well. Right, stay away from everyone's sick. Right, back to Spain. I think you were in Spain recently. Head back over there. Handle that. And of course, the council's discontent, and they will be for some time. That's just a function of the fact that the king has changed. Nothing I can do about that. So, yeah, just dismiss that. That's fine. So... King John. John the Unready. John the completely cocking useless. What are we going to do to try and keep you... Well, the whole point is we don't want him to stay around. I did notice that when you focus on, yeah, rulership and stewardship, that can make people stressed. And yeah, the very first mayor of Bodmin, he died of stress quite young. So if I were to just whack up stewardship... That could potentially help out with all of that business, to help John just die a little bit on the young side. Yes, that could be very, very good indeed. I mean, war would not be a bad idea, again, just like Conan III, purely for the sake of getting the martial level up, but even with that, it's not going to be much of an improvement. I've already got a wife I've had a child with, so I don't necessarily need the family focus. Yeah, let's just go for rulership here. So he will spend his time trying to govern well. There we flipping go. And if we're lucky, maybe he'll get a little bit stressed. Bare minimum, he can make us some money. King John can make some money. Also, bloody hell, sort your hair out, for goodness sake. Oh, this kind of works. How about braids? Lots of braids for King John. Yeah, King John, the unready and also braided. Lovely braid, and he's also got his moustache braided. A braided moustache, yeah, go for it. It looks a little bit better at least. A little, tiny bit, not much better. Can't believe it. John, just let your wife run things. She's much better than you. Ah, yes, of course, and John's ambition. Now, is suck slightly less one of them? Now, at the bare minimum, John actually does have good prestige already. I think he picked up some good prestige from marrying this woman. So, he's doing okay on the prestige front. So, becoming a paragon of virtue. No, that's piety, sorry, rather than prestige. Fine. And if I were to succeed that, +1 learning, Another 100 piety known as John the Holy. Probably can do without that. King of Wales, probably don't bother trying to do that just now. I might not even have the troops. Let's just focus on something else. Seeing the realm prosper. Keep the realm at peace for just 5 years. Okay, and that fails even if I actually am attacked, even if I don't do the attacking. Global revolt risk is reduced slightly, and if I succeed, all realm provinces gain a significant prosperity boost, and I gain +1 stewardship, which is currently terrible, and 12. Just look at that. Oh no, state diplomacy of 7. Oh no, though I'm guessing that needs to yeah, that must need to update, because I've actually got a decent chance, so that just must not update until the next month or something. Now the alternative is building a war chest. So, okay, 300 for running a county, 500. I just need to save up 500 gold if I'm running a duchy, and as a result of that, I would actually get, ooh, okay, war taxes. That's intriguing, though. Admittedly, it says here I'd get that until 1095, but it's already 1090, and it's going to take me some time to build that war chest, so, that's intriguing. Or groom an heir. Might not be a terrible idea to groom an heir, to be honest, but then again, with Dynasty, it's not exactly a high priority as such. You know what? Let's go for the war chest. We could do with building up a little bit of money anyway. I'm going to actually have a big increase in taxes coming off Cornwall soon. Let's build a war chest so that when a better king shows up, he's got the money to execute the war in Wales. That will do very, very nicely indeed. Fine, I think that's all the little bits of handover I needed for a new king. In which case, let's just see who everyone is actually going to vote for at this point. And they're voting for Havoc. He's 3 years old. Don't vote for flipping Havoc. And, oh. Apparently wait, what was wrong with Orange? Oh, she was suffering from pneumonia. Right, sorry, I totally missed that. Little baby Orange had pneumonia, but the court physician has actually done a good job. This is the blind guy that Conan III hired. Now, admittedly, he's a mystic, not a doctor, but then in the 11th century, maybe the difference between the two is not really that wide, and maybe it's more a function of his learning, which is very, very high indeed. And in all fairness, that's going to cost me 1 gold, so yes, absolutely. Probably a good idea to make sure that the doctor likes you. So yes, I am going to praise him, pay him a single gold for his trouble, and everything is looking good. We have got ourselves a new heir. Right, they're all voting for... Why are they voting for Havoc? Why is everybody voting for Havoc? Aside from one guy who voted for Crisis. We don't know anything about Havoc. He's a baby. Please don't vote for babies. Oh, bloody hell, Dynasty was a mistake. Right, so nobody actually followed what I was going for and voted for Rio. But I'm amazed no one voted for flipping Howl, and everyone is now just piling behind this flipping baby. Well, at the bare minimum, money is coming in at a decent rate. A decent rate indeed, and maybe John, over time, will become a decent ruler. I wouldn't exactly bet on it, and yeah, there's a level 1 hospital here. This area is prospering. The hospital will hopefully offset any risk from prospering. So if we're very, very lucky indeed, and when I say very, very lucky indeed, the local hospital provides 0% resistance to disease. I'm not sure why I bothered building the hospital, but apparently it's completely cocking useless. Still, on the plus side, John is managing to actually get some sons out for flipping once, so that is nice. Right, so this should be Johnson, and I probably shouldn't call him that, because I imagine King John will be one of these kings that, you know, we just try and forget about in future, so this might turn out to be embarrassing, but no matter. Johnson, go! Johnson is... Wait, is that my first son? Yes, my eldest is Orange. We've got Orange and Johnson. Lovely. So, yeah, you seem to actually be pushing out children pretty darn quickly, which is nice, probably because, yeah, Midas Touch increases fertility quite a bit. So as a result of that, yes, good. We are actually getting some children out, bare minimum. And have actually gone over the children, making sure everyone's got appropriate focuses, educations, guardians, all the rest of it. Now, probably won't be a terrible time to just check in on our neighbours over here. Yeah, so we've got King Edgar II the Just, and... yes. Of course, we do actually have a non-aggression pact with him. Good. That survived the death of the old guy, because the person who's getting married is still getting married. Alan is still around, still betrothed. Lovely. Important announcement. John is now known as John the Fat. Okay, you don't have to rub it in constantly. You just don't have to. John the Fat of Cornwall. I don't like this game anymore. He's not even any more gluttonous than he was. There's no additional gluttony. Oh, but here's big news, appropriately enough for the title of the game. Crusader Kings, possibly from Crusader Kings 2. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse and the routes are not safe. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness Pope Gregorius VII has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This signals a new era of large-scale Christian holy wars, the Crusades. Oh. Now, if we were looking to get rid of John at some point, sending him off to the Holy Land on the First Crusade, that could be an excellent way to do it. Or just send him on his own. Though then again, right now with, yeah, just check on the situation of the actual succession. You all voted for Havoc. You all want King Havoc, despite the fact he's 3 years old. Fine, he's on the right side of the dynasty, but bloody hell. Bloody hell, Dynasty was a mistake. Let's actually just scout out what's going on in Wales right now. So, the current leader of this whole area, rather conveniently, is a child. A child who can only actually call up, yeah, a tiny number of forces to defend himself because he has such a low martial skill. So, Wales right now is vulnerable. And some guy has arrived at my court. No, only I may have braids. That's the new rule. Who are you and why have you just arrived at my court exactly? A misguided, proud, wrathful warrior who's ambitious. No, I think you can actually go away again. Bye. And in all fairness, Gwyneth's not looking great either. This guy can only call up about 1,000 men. And hello. Righteous imprisonment. Uh-oh. Are people starting to plot against King John the Fat? Is that what's going on here? Right, apparently the Bishop of Exeter was planning to kill Dumnarf. But why? What's the point? I mean, he's not exactly important, really. There's no real chance he's gonna... Well, this is all very, very peculiar. Also, why is Recruit Court Physician available? We have a physician, don't we? What happened to the blind guy? Because he just actually saved, like, Orange from pneumonia. Where'd he go? Hang on, where did he go? Well, he's not here anymore, so I guess he died. Also, the embarrassment for John the Fat continues as yet another random child of no particular note. Yeah, the daughter of Rio and the idiot who lost his powers has just come of age. She's come of age with 11 diplomacy and 15 learning, 7 martial age stewardship. I genuinely believe John is actually the least capable adult in the entire realm, and there are several children more capable than him. Except here's the fun part of the fact that John is useless, and also we're very, very early on into the actual reign right now. Yes, indeed. At this exact moment in time, I can't imprison this guy. It will technically be an act of tyranny, and the council will hate it, because they're voting against me imprisoning a bishop who's planning to actually murder my... Hang on, from John's point of view, this would be his... I think his uncle? Or kind of uncle once removed? Or they're somehow related in a vaguely uncle-y sort of way. He's the father of the old king and possibly the father of the next king. I've no idea why you bastards are objecting, but alright, fine. We'll check back in later when the council chills the hell out. Because yes, it's going to be another year until you actually let me arrest that guy. Except, of course, the game's saying right here, righteous imprisonment. I can imprison subjects without incurring tyranny. Note that an empowered council might still object. Ah, so normally I'd be able to do it, but yeah, under these circumstances, I can't. You know what? I'm just going to wait. If Dumnarf gets himself killed, it's not exactly the worst thing in the world, really. Aha, and the castle town has been built. Very, very fast indeed. Good work, Hendrik. That should, next month, hang on, let the month tick over. Maybe that takes a moment to come in. Hopefully that will make a big increase to the amount of money we're actually making here. And once money starts flooding in, we should be able to build up that war chest of 500 pretty quickly. Then we'll get ourselves... Ah, I see. So once it's done, basically it's just telling me that whenever I actually succeed in war chest, I get a 10% boost to taxes, just full stop everywhere. Lovely. Right, well, keep time ticking along then, and... hello. To improve your stewardship, of course, because I've got myself set to ruling, and better learn how to administer a realm, it strikes you that it might be a good idea to conduct a survey of the land. Trustworthy men would have to be sent out to every corner of your domain, so there's not that many of them, it won't take that long, and record their findings. This information will then be collected into a single great tome. Ooh, the Cornwall Doomsday Book. Lovely. Let us write this... okay, but don't call it a Tome of Judgment, because that makes it sound bad, but it's not. It's fine. It's just a record of property and stuff. So, send out men to survey the land. Yes, that's never a bad idea. Actually knowing, like, what's in your land means you can actually efficiently, but also fairly, tax it. We'll probably get more money out of that, so... I can't see how that's going to be a bad thing, especially as Hendrik can do it. Oh, crusade for Jerusalem. So, we've got ourselves a crusade. Question is, do I want to go and try and deal with that? Because that's me, and those are the guys who currently own Jerusalem. I mean, I assume other people are going to go, hopefully. Well, I was just looking into religion there for a second, and yeah, we do have one bit of bad news. Right now, unfortunately, my religious leaders don't like me very much, and religious leaders can decide where they want to pay taxes, because apparently that's just how church taxes go. Because yeah, I've actually got a church down over here, and I've got a church down over here as well. Now, they're not actually paying taxes to me right now, because they pay taxes to whoever they like more, and sometimes, weirdly, they like you more than the Pope. They probably shouldn't like you more than the Pope, but... sometimes they just do. So, yeah, opinion of John 25 and opinion of Gregarious 41. So as a result of that, yeah, they're actually going to choose to pay their taxes to the Pope rather than to me, which is a bit of a shame. You know what? Screw it. We're going to get involved. I'm not going to send John because baby Havoc isn't quite ready to take over yet, but oh, blimey hell. Spain is really in trouble right now. It appears that, yeah, the Catholic-Muslim wars over in Spain are causing a lot of things to be on fire right now. Dear oh flippin' dear. And France once again has problems with rebels. France never doesn't have problems with rebels. Poor France. So yes, I'm going to join the bloody crusade. So I'm not sure if I have to send John himself. But if we lose... okay, if we lose, he actually manages to lose some piety, not me. And his moral authority fades. Doesn't affect me. Do I actually get anything out of any of this? I'm not convinced I necessarily do. But go on, let's actually go join a crusade. Yay, crusade! So, we're involved in the crusade right now. We've offered to join that crusade. Hopefully, he'll actually, you know, agree to let us go along. I'll send someone along. I don't send me. There we go. Let our enemies tremble. Now the might of the Pope and Cornwall are involved. Beautiful. So, oh. Why do I suddenly have visibility of England? Is it because me and them are now in a shared war? Is that what's going on here? In fact, there we go. Confirmation. So, King Edgar and Cornwall have immediately joined the same war. So, we now gain full visibility of England for the duration of the war, or maybe just visibility of the relevant troops. Anyway, let's actually raise some troops up here. Not all the troops, we'll just raise... we'll raise some troops. Yeah, you know what? That's not even a terrible number, all things considered. So obviously, I'll just be sending my own troops, because my vassals will get really flipping annoyed if I send anything else. Oh, do I have to send... okay. If I have to send everybody... by the way, who do I want to assign to this? I don't really want to assign John. So, Ossatel, the Mayor of Axminster, good luck, have fun, and yeah, just let us know how it goes. And this is perfect, so I can pick an individual army, and I can just basically break it apart. So, hang on, Cornish army stands down, no retinues will be disbanded. Okay, it seems to be fine anyway, and for the time being, yeah, that's vassal. So all I'm sending is these 400 odd troops. So we're just sending a small detachment. We're still going to be making excellent money. However, I do actually need to also raise some boats. to actually take them there. So raise the boats as well, please. Here we go. Fleet levies. Raise my personal fleet levies. One of those will be fine. You just be immediately disbanded. That's absolutely fine. And you step onto the boats. Because, yeah, if you actually want an army to get a boat, you need them to be in an area that's got a port that's marked with that little symbol down there. And the boat needs to be in the port, which is different from being in the sea. So it's going to take me a while to get there, so I may as well set off now. So you get in the boat. The boat is, yep, absolutely fine. That just marks, hey, you've got one army and one boat. There's no naval combat in this game as far as I'm aware. I don't think there is anyway. So as a result, yeah, now I can move them out of the port to the actual sea of Land's End. So probably at this point, I should just basically send them off in this direction. They can just, do you want to go in there? Yeah, it's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a little while to get over there. But at least it's not like Total War where you have to worry about potentially, yeah, just actually being sniped off by just a slightly larger navy. As far as I'm aware, that cannot happen. So, it's going to take him a while to actually, you know, get from place to place here. But not that long, actually. Boats seem to be quite fast, which I suppose is, you know, fair. They are boats. So, he's just going to carry on his merry way, and hopefully someone at some point will join that war. In fact, yeah, the fleet of Capua is already on the way. It looks like the fleet of the papacy is moving as well. So what I'm kind of hoping is, if I just, you know, take part in this crusade, even if I don't actually win it and don't necessarily contribute much, maybe I'll get a bit of a reward anyway. And if not, I just lose 400 guys and whoever that guy was from Axminster. Hopefully Axminster will be able to survive. And oh, bloody hell, it's another epidemic. It's another bloody epidemic. What is it now? Is it better not be? It's smallpox again. Why is it always smallpox? Smallpox kills everything. Right, okay. Hang on. Realm. Click. We need to just sort out the hospital. I should have sent John. It would have been safer in the bloody Holy Lands. Right. Hospital. Oh, bloody hell. This is really, really expensive. So disease resistance right now is actually lower than it was before we built the hospital because we're so prosperous. Because apparently the hospital in and of itself is just useless. It's just a completely empty building. Yeah, before I can build anything else here, I'd need to build a sick house, which costs 358 gold, which I kind of assumed that's what the hospital was. Like, I feel like someone in Cornwall is just ripping me off right now. They asked me for a pile of money to build a hospital. I gave them a pile of money, they built a hospital. Right, now we need more money to build a sick house. Isn't that what a hospital basically is? It's a house for the sick? Okay, it's also good to know I'm not the only person who's getting involved in this crusade right now. A lot of people are getting involved. So, potentially, if I just go and help out a little bit, maybe I'll get something out of this. I don't know. I've never done a crusade before, but it might be nice if I did. So, what's actually going on right now? And oh, well, right now, King John the Fat's got bigger concerns at home right now. Maybe he ran out of donuts. So, oh, it's... Right. A duke. A duke is actually trying to invade right now. That is no good at all. If the whole of Wessex decides to attack me, we will struggle to hold them off. Like, especially as I just sent bloody 500 troops off to the middle of nowhere and he probably didn't. Okay. I've got a 50-50 chance of just basically disappearing him. I could try and bribe him for 50 gold to basically just tell him to naff off. Okay, let's see if we can make him disappear. That's quite a big deal, by the way. He's the flipping Chancellor of... Oh, no. Right, the Duke is trying to get the claim, but it's the Chancellor I'm making disappear. Fine. 50-50 and hope. Please get rid of him. I don't want flipping trouble with Wessex right now. Yeah? No. The assassin succeeded. Good. The Chancellor has indeed gone missing. Stop trying to steal Cornwall from me. Stop it. So, meanwhile, in Jerusalem. So that is the Ascanlite army. Well, they're wearing funny hats, so I'm going to work under the assumption they're, like, not on our side. Do we actually have visibility of Jerusalem right now, by the way? How well guarded is Jerusalem? It is somewhat well guarded. Garrison of 750, levy of 1,152. So if they don't raise up their armies, then that is, like, 2,000 men. So I can't do anything there, but I might be able to help out. Okay? I'm just going to show up. I'm going to help out, and then presumably I can just like disband the levies anytime I want to, and then they'll just reappear over here. So yeah, you've kind of got magical teleporting levies for whatever reason. Also, right now my steward's being useless, isn't he? Yes, he's overseeing construction when there's no construction. Don't do that. Collect taxes instead. Focus on that for the time being. Monthly balances. Really? How much am I paying for those troops? I can't be paying that much. There's only like a handful of them. There's only like 400 going out there. Bloody hell. And our journey continues as we head in this direction. I am going to join up with these guys. Yeah, head over to this direction, please. And then join up with the large army of the papacy. And if I can, like, chain myself to them, that would be great. So, at this point, I'm going to... Are you guys okay? You guys cool? What are you doing right now? Yes, okay, so you are trying to join up with this force. And if I'm allowed to, I will actually merge into them. So what I'm going to do right now is... How much am I paying for you guys right now? Ouch, that's the expensive bit. It's the bloody boats. The boats are extremely expensive. Right, you guys need to be disbanded. I will send... Oh. Okay, they're not in a friendly port, so some of them will simply not make it. Okay. What counts as a friendly port? Would any Catholic port do as a friendly port? Or I could just sacrifice. Okay, we'll just accept that we're not making a huge amount of money right now. And as for the army, I'm going to, yeah, basically say attach to always follow the army of Ravia. So you guys just basically hang out right there, and now they will always follow round the army of the papacy, which is probably a good idea. So at this point, I am contributing, alright? I am contributing to this, and that'll be the English, by the way. Yep, there's the English fleet. I'm just going to send these guys over to, I'm going to send these guys over to the nearest Catholic port to see if I can break them apart under better circumstances there. So, okay, I'm contributing to a crusade, alright? Remember, John decided to, well, John didn't decide to get involved. I mean, what John did instead was John decided to, you know, send the mayor of Axminster because John couldn't go because, you know, the gangplank onto the boat couldn't support his weight. John is not a good king. Also, congratulations to me. I have just won the Siege of Acre. This is marvellously good news. And in addition, my wife Ida is pregnant. So John is, at the bare minimum, he's getting the children out. More sieges being won. More sieges being won. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Cornish armies are... Oh, the Cornish armies are just kicking ass. We are just kicking ass and taking names. This crusade, as it turns out, crusading is just easy, easy business. And also... How long has this desert been here? I don't remember that being there before. Was that always there? Well, I guess there was always a desert there. And, oh. Now, this is probably a good idea. The men you sent out to survey the lands have returned. You now have a precise count of the households, down to how many cows they own. This was a wise initiative. My stewardship ability has increased. The king sees all. No, that was a slightly mad thing to yell at the end there, John. That kind of went a bit on the mad side. Still, +2 stewardship's not bad at all. Though I can't help but notice, oh, Orkney. Orkney's gone flipping back to being attached to... Oh, the Norwegians came and took it back. Well, that's worrying. If the Norwegians want to actually take their territory back, they could try and come and take me back as well. That's something I might need to watch out for. Looks like everyone in the crusade had broadly the same idea as me, which is they're all hanging out together. So, yeah, right now we've got 16,000 strength in that crusade, which is marvellously good news. In fact, yeah, I'm surprised an empire this size hasn't been able to muster a little bit more. But no matter. More victories, more victories. Oh, this is going beautifully well. Victories all over the shop. And, yeah, we just have to force them up to 100%. So, maybe we already beat, like, what they had their main army in a single battle, and then this will all break apart. But then again, bear in mind, there could in future be a very massive jihad event of some description in retaliation. Still, this is going fairly well for the first crusade, and oh, you can shut the gates. Right, has disease... Oh, disease has arrived. Okay, we're gonna do it. We know John's not a good king, but we've got to keep the new Tannist safe. okay? We cannot take another outbreak of smallpox killing our best people again. That cannot be allowed to happen. So, sorry, populars. We're just going to... Ooh, extort subjects. Intriguing. So, is that a new event because I'm doing the war chest business? I would guess so. So, what options lie before you? Intriguing. So it might be seen as tyrannical, and also my mental health could be damaged. Oh, flip, we don't have a doctor! Right, call a doctor as a priority, and as soon as we get a new doctor in, then shut the gates. But don't shut the gates before the doctor arrives, because we need to let the doctor in. Oh, bloody hell. And please be someone better than the last guy who we banished for being incompetent. Come on, anytime you're ready. We need to shut the gates soon. Come on. Hurry it up. Where's the new doctor? There we go. Who have we got here? So, we have got ourselves... Oh, woman who practices sorcery. The villagers do not trust her. Intriguing. And she's willing to actually join my court for a small vial of your blood. This is deeply concerning. And 90% chance of no effect... 10% chance I get infected. And if I get infected, then that is -3 to everything and health 2. Blimey. So minor infections are a problem. Okay, how good are you? 15 on learning, a renowned physician, and a mystic. And content. Intricate web weaver, however, which concerns me. Intrigue 12, and also wants a vial of my blood, and everyone thinks she's a witch. Screw it. I don't really have the luxury of choice right now. There's literally a smallpox epidemic. I need someone good. This is going to lose me. I'm going to be into minus piety. Hopefully I'll gain some piety for the fact I'm taking part in the Crusades right now, but the Pope is not going to be thrilled about this. The fact I've got a witch in my court. Please don't get infected. It's a 10% chance. But then again, this is King John. He probably will. Like, I bet he will. He's going to get the 10... He's going to roll 10% right now. And, okay. Maybe not. We might have just been lucky there. So, right now, what do we need to do? Probably what we need to do is... yeah, just close the gates immediately. And do we actually have... Hang on, just check the minor titles here. Count some minor titles. Yes, she is now officially in play. Good. And she's considered a masterful scholar. So we have a decent person here. Intrigue. Yeah, shut the gates. Do it. So, commoners not thrilled, but I cannot afford another epidemic right now. You. Is this friendly territory? Can you go over to this port, or is this not technically a friendly... This is not technically a friendly port. Right. If I break you down right now, only 3 will be able to return home. No special events. This is very expensive. Right, well, the Crusade seems to be taking a while. So I'm just going to basically... I'm just going to send them home. Just send them home, and we'll break them down when they get home. That way we get to keep them. And Nomino has also secluded himself. Yeah, people are panicking about the actual plague. Meanwhile, what's going up here is, yeah, small... Oh, blimey! So remember how I was saying earlier, how there is... Oh, that's another sun. Right, if there's one thing John is good at, it is that he's actually producing a decent number of sons. And I've decided that this son shall be named Clarence. Like Clarence, but like a bit more Clary. So this is going to be Clarence, my second son? We had... Hang on, wait a second. You are having a lot of children right now. Yeah, Orange, Johnson, and Clarence. Fine. So the 3 children of John there, absolutely flipping marvellous. Everyone is nice and secluded, apart from the dead people, understandably. Small skirmish here, but the real business is... Uh-oh. What happened to the... What happened to the rest of the army? We had 16,000 at some point. The Crusaders... Uh-oh. Okay. So, remember I was saying... Oh, this Crusade seems to be incredibly easy. Going super smoothly. So, yeah. 13,000, almost 14,000 has just shown up there. That's a concern. Actually, who are you exactly? Because you seem to actually also be... No, you're also invading. I'm not sure we actually have a problem with you. Yes, indeed. I think it looks like the Sultanate of Persia is just taking advantage of this opportunity to come and attack us. But we are not actually at war. with these bastards at all. Okay, good. That's marvellously good news. I was worried there for a second. Phew. So, yeah, epidemics. We know about the epidemics. It's not great news. And, oh dear. So, new courtier who managed to take a vial of my blood and is possibly a witch. Try and save Clarence, because apparently Clarence is sickly. Right. Come on. So, Duhon, this one's up to you. Alright. Save my second son. Save the spare. And we've got ourselves... Are we actually out of... Are we out of supplies or something? Supply limit 8,000. And troops are like 9,500. That would probably be why we've got too many troops and the land can't support them. That logically makes sense. Still, we are actually in the process of... Okay, he looks... Oh, he looks much more energetic than he was. Okay. So as it turns out, she's done a good job. Right, we've actually got a good doctor. Marvellous. Well flippin' done. How old are you, by the way? You are 21. So you'll be around for some time. Okay, maybe the reign of King John will not be quite such a disaster. Maybe it'll turn out fine. Note from Cornwall, life in seclusion isn't so bad. After finishing a hearty breakfast, you belch contentedly and remark upon the foresightedness in assuring Cornwall's larders were well stocked. However, as soon as the words leave your lips, you notice a sudden panicked look on your servants' faces. My king, you just ate the very last pickled boar's head, and almost all our other food stocks are nearing exhaustion. Furthermore, oh dear. So, because I'm gluttonous, I've eaten... I'm so fat, I've eaten literally all the food in the castle. Oh. Right, set remaining food to 5. There's a food counter? How long has there been a food counter? Ah, good, and the boats have made it back. You just head into port, and then we can break you apart. So, disband the units. Okay, lovely. So, they stand down. I've searched Cornwall from top to bottom. I've come to realise there really are no more pickled boar's heads. Not only that, but all the other food stocks are nearing exhaustion. Your servants really should have mentioned that. I should eat my fill while I can. Okay, so I've just become greedy, and literally everybody hates me because of the minor food shortage. Great. Just great. So everybody now hates John. What does greedy do, by the way? Greedy is... Greedy, general opinion -20. This character has eaten more than their fair share of food. Yes, game, I understand. I'm fat. You don't need to bring it up constantly. With food supplies dwindling, it has been brought to your attention that the basements of Cornwall contain a large number of rats which could be caught and eaten. Okay, I'm thinking John's starting to lose it at this point. Ah, but here's something fun. After a council meeting, Nomino asked me to exchange a few words in private. He's uncovered a rumour concerning a rare... Ooh, an artefact for the treasury. Now, that could be very, very useful indeed, because I believe I saw while I was looking around earlier, the actual Holy Roman Emperor has one of them. Yeah, Finger of St. John. So that basically means, yeah, he just gets more prestige and loads more piety and learning +1. So that could be very, very useful indeed to just help boost John's stats up, and indeed all subsequent leaders, because it just stays in the treasury. So absolutely, you go out and try and find that, because your learning's pretty good, so you crack on with that business. And we're back up to making a decent profit, even though I actually have troops on the field right now. Good. Hopefully this war won't take too much longer. We are, you know, we're winning events. We're winning siege after siege right now. In fact, actually, have we taken Jerusalem? We've taken a bit of it, and we're easily dealing with the rest. There's the Mosque of Jerusalem there. And we've got ourselves... Oh, Nomino! That was bloody fast. You've not spent that many weeks doing that, but alright, fine, well done. So, what have you actually found? On the right path, progress is slow. So he's asked me to order the best scholars in Cornwall to aid him in his efforts. How much is that going to... Technology spread rate down. Yeah, go on, let's find it. In for a penny, in for a pound. Nomino will like that, which hopefully means in future he might vote for me. And my armies appear to be, yeah, spreading out rather conveniently. Hello, we've got... Oh! Hello? What? What just actually happened? No, wait. Hang the flip on, everything's happening at once here. A sudden clatter sends you running to check on your food supplies. You arrive at the storeroom just in time to see him... Oh. Right. Who are you exactly? You are the son of... Who's that guy? Wait, hang the flip on here. Who the hell are all of you people? I'm not quite sure who this guy is or why he's here. You were the former Chancellor, if I recall correctly. But apparently, yeah, your son is still hanging around. Oh dear. I should never have actually got my former Chancellor married, should I? Dear, oh flipping dear. So, my options for the fact that he's actually just eaten some food are, how could you do this? Change remaining food by -1. And unfortunately, my opinion changes. -10 for 5 years, despises gluttony. Let him rot in the dungeon. No! No, don't put him in the dungeon for eating food. Okay, you've outstayed your welcome. Remaining food goes down by 1. But unfortunately, he actually gets himself removed. And greedy will be removed from him. Ah, it's because he's greedy as well. That's why, or rather he's gluttonous. So that's why he decided to do that. Or looks like me just... Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! No! No! No, no, no! Chill out! Chill out, John. We're not eating people. It would make Marshall go up by... General opinion -10, but... Marshall up by 3. I mean... I could do with Marshall being up by 3. That's a lot more troops that actually respond to my call. Probably because they're scared otherwise if they don't, I might eat them. Right now he's up to diplomacy's at 0. John's diplomacy right now is flipping 0. Ah, because of the seclusion, that knocks down my diplomacy quite significantly. Well, that's just great. I'm going to be honest, I don't actually need this guy for anything anyway. So... yeah, I've decided I'm going to banish him for this. You've outstayed your welcome. Get out. 1 less mouth to feed. Have fun with the smallpox infestation. Bye! Right, so that's got rid of him. Lovely. Situation solved. And we've got... oh, no! No, Johnson! Johnson, no! Oh! Oh, I've lost a son. Died a sickly infant. Oh, was he always sickly? And, oh, minor food shortage. Right, everyone's health is low right now because of the minor food shortage. So everyone is even more... oh, bloody hell. Okay, how's the infestation going? I mean, is it... it is not showing any signs of burning out, is it? No. It is not showing a single sign of burning out. Smallpox is everywhere right now. I've got to survive, even if there are sacrifices. I mean... we didn't know how Johnson was going to show out, so... poor Johnson, he never had a flipping chance. Alright. So, we've still got 2 children. We've got Orange, and we've got Clarence. He's technically still sickly. -2.5, and -1 from the health. Successful treatment is +1 till... oh. Right. So this kid could still very, very easily die. Clarence is... by no means a sure thing. Now, I've got a weak claim that can be pushed here. Ooh. I've got a weak claim that can be pushed, but unfortunately, the claim by all these people is a claim against the entirety of, Gwynedd, the actual duchy. Now, I can't actually push any of these claims, because if I push these claims, then this guy is going to become a duke, or I suppose technically the game will probably call him a petty king. But he'll become the equivalent of a duke. But as I'm a duke myself, I can't be managing a duke, so he'd just go independent. Now, there might be ways of doing that. Hang on. You, my good man. You, my good man, yeah, you'll go independent, but you are married to Rio. And Rio remains part of... oh... we might have an opportunity here. Right, how much longer is this guy going to be a kid? He's going to be a kid for some time. And he can barely call up any troops at all. Right. We've got about 10 years to potentially take this guy out and actually seize Gwynedd. Because what's going to happen is, yeah, if I actually take... let's go over to the right people here. Rio, your husband. If we now basically take him... and enforce his claim on Gwynedd, he'll go independent. The question then is what happens next, because will Rio still stay part of my faction because they are matrilineally married? Or will they both change faction? I don't know, but we've got about 10 years to sort it out. So, because yeah, weak claims can only be actually pushed during times of weakness for the country that you're targeting. So, in this case, it's because there's a child and thus a regent. But, on the plus side, yeah, there's not actually many troops present and correct. Though, when you actually toss in the garrisons, we'll still need quite a few troops to take that out. We'll see. We'll see about that. Back to the actual Holy Lands. I could do with this war being over sooner rather than later, please. If you guys all just want to hurry up so I can actually get those troops home, that'd be great. Ah, and the siege of Jerusalem has ended successfully. So Jerusalem itself has actually fallen at this point. Marvellous. This all seems to be going very, very well indeed. Hopefully it's just a matter of time now. And time is, well, not necessarily something we actually have. Everyone's health is being reduced by the lack of food. In addition, yeah, right now we're actually paying for that bloody artifact, so that's affecting the tax rate and also technology spread. So, if Nomino would like to find that bloody artifact sooner rather than later, that'd be marvellous, because this is not looking... Oh, hang on. The smallpox is burning itself out. Okay, the smallpox is nearly burnt out. It's starting to recede. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We can open the gates soon. And, arguably, also good news. Look at this over here. This little territory has right now been hit by depopulation. So, that is garrisons and levies and all the rest of it down. Yeah. Okay. Wales could be vulnerable sooner rather than later. That is marvellously good news. And we finally managed to locate the armies that are trying to defend the Holy Lands. Luckily, there is barely anything there by the looks of it. It's going to take them a while to siege down any of this. So we should be able to take all of this back pretty darn quickly. And of course, during the plague, my actual council can't really get on with anything. So for the time being, my bloody chancellor is sadly just stuck standing around doing nothing. 0% chance of fabricating a claim. So, the sooner this smallpox naffs off, the better. I tried to get a good night's sleep. I'm tormented by horrible recurring nightmares of our people. Oh, not again. Conan III opened the gates, and look what happened to him. He ended up bloody dead just a few years later. Technically, he died of cancer. He never actually died of this. Oh, okay, he loses. That's the one good trait I've got. Alright, I don't have many good traits. I'm a flamboyant, useless schemer. I'm frail, and I'm incredibly fat, as the game never actually lets me forget. But on the plus side, I wouldn't actually gain Craven, I'd just lose Brave. But Brave is worth 2 Martial to me. I can't afford to lose 2 Martial. I've got precious few bloody troops already. Okay. The plague is burning out. Open the gates. I'm going to regret this. Open the gates. Okay, I hate that event. I'd be so much happier if we could just leave the gates closed. Hopefully, that will resolve the situation with the food, right? The food crisis might actually be over. I'm greedy for the time being, but... yeah, I think the food thing's over because we've opened the gates now. Oh, just I hope no one flipping dies of smallpox. Bare minimum, we do have a good doctor. Everything's going to be fine. The food shortage is over, and I've regained some of the weight that I've lost. No, I need to... okay. I've got a plan, but I think we do actually need to, you know, sort out this weight problem. Because this is a bit of an issue, and you're about to actually lose this battle against this guy. This guy's possibly good at his job, I'm not sure. He seems to be losing troops very slowly, and you seem to be losing troops a lot more quickly. Though actually, if you just manage to weaken him sufficiently that he actually is incapable of... oh! Never mind. We have won. The Pope has won. And more importantly, I have won. So, who actually gets all this stuff, by the way? And it better not be England. This better not all belong to flipping England. Oh, flip, it all belongs to England. But he can't have all of this. Wait, hang on. No. This is... did he contribute the most? Do I get anything? Do I get literally anything? I better get something for this. Alright, seriously. I better have some... yeah, praise Jesus, but what do I actually get? Because now I'm just standing in the middle of this territory, and... why am I standing here? Oh, bloody hell. Right, so... yeah, you're going to have a domain limit problem. So England, because they contributed the most, they just get, like, all of this. Bloody hell. This is not fair. There better be special rules for this. Can I actually break you apart, by the way? Disband the units. So only 95 of them will be able to return home. So I'm going to lose 100 guys. Yeah, do it. Because presumably we're just going to be able to regrow them anyway. So, what happens next exactly? Aside from the fact England just becomes ludicrously rich and powerful. Because they just did all of that. Because screw everything. And, uh-oh. Right. So, opening the gates. Terrible idea. As it turned out. Call for the court physician. She's good at her job. So, right. Doan, save Clarence. And a famous writer proposes to compose your family chronicles. It's going to be very good till we get to John, then it gets a bit bad. So, give him patronage. So, I lose 10 gold, but I also gain 25 prestige, which is good. And I might become proud, which is, well, obviously doesn't seem that bad to be honest, but might trigger bad events. Or ignore him, which everybody hates. But I have a 15% chance of getting humble, which is good. But not that good, it's just for a bit of piety. Oh, go on then. Give him the patronage, and I have indeed gained the proud trait, because of course I did. Bloody hell. And Nomino claims to be making steady progress. Well, he better hurry it up. We're spending a lot of money on this. I've got a new heir. Right. What just happened? Crisis! Crisis is now the heir. What happened to Havoc? Wait, hang on. I didn't know you could actually change your votes here. Ah, no, you totally 100% can. The votes do actually shift around. Sorry, I got that one wrong. So I can just re-nominate anytime I want. So if I want to actually put a vote behind Howl, that now actually changes. Okay, so admittedly, I'm not quite 100% sure why you've decided you want to vote for Havoc as opposed to Crisis. I mean, what exactly is the advantage? Okay, I guess technically, well, Havoc's got better stats. Why did you? Alright, fine. Fine, I guess. You guys just all change your minds whenever you want. Great, it's all 100% fine. I swear I asked about this, and someone said to me, no, you can't change your vote, but I just did. So, maybe you can't normally in an elective system, but Tanistry's different. Yeah, good. That's actually good to know that Tanistry just kind of shuffles around. Right, and I'd like a share of this. And, oh no! No, Rio! Oh, Rio, no! No, Rio! Oh, God, I opened the gates and someone much more important and good than John died. Oh. Oh, her name was Rio, and now she shall forever dance in the sand. Oh, Rio, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And this is actually a disaster, because I was about to, yeah, the whole point was I was about to send this guy north to take care of bloody Gwyneth, and now I can't. Right, are you by any chance willing to remarry anyone in my faction, but matrilineally? Yeah, I'm just going to basically force him to marry Arya matrilineally, so yeah, that is actually going to work successfully. Off you pop, that's absolutely fine. So that's now going to be a matrilineal marriage. We can continue with the plan and... Okay, so as it turns out, yeah, it's not necessarily going to turn out so well for England after all. Because now there's renewed jihad and it's presumably coming straight at England's stupid new territories. Which are... And more stuff is happening down in that part of the world. Mystic soldiers. La-di-da. You know what, we'll just keep an eye on what's going on down there. And that is... Yeah, the King of England is basically just creating a whole bunch of territory. Right. I mean, I really feel like I should have got something for taking part in the crusade. Like, you know, maybe a bit of piety and oh. Yeah, maybe it's better I'm not down there, actually. It does appear to be... Oh! Hello! Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened there, exactly? Round that up a little bit. What is all of this? And oh, bloody hell. Right. Is this yet a flipping another king who's going to die incredibly young? Because I've really had enough of everybody getting sick and dying. Okay. She's worried about smallpox. I shouldn't have opened the cocking gates. Why did I open the gates? Why? Okay. Do your best to save me if you can. She's a really, really good doctor. And I should abstain from food. And excellent symptom treatment. Health +2. Good. Okay, that'll keep me safe for 2 years. Hopefully by which time the smallpox epidemic will have actually gone by. She is apparently really good at her job. So, yes indeed, we've actually got ourselves Earl of Carrot. Yeah, so there's just basically 10 bajillion Earls reporting into England around here. Presumably England can't afford to even actually, like, make the relevant duchies. So England has managed to hold on to a little bit of territory around here. But presumably that means you guys have had to, give up some of your territory down there. Alright, fair enough. And also Glamorgan's making some changes to its tax laws. And, yeah, I've got smallpox. So, that's another dead king. That's another dead king. And if we thought John was a problem, I bet we can all really, really look forward to the reign of King Toddler. Yeah, Crisis currently in the lead, and it is indeed going to be one hell of a crisis. Should have kept the bloody gates shut. So my options here. Obviously, this has happened before, and it didn't end well. The last time that we ended up with this scene, my face ended up being cut off. However, there's a new option here. Come on, Dwayne, let's try something new, I insist. She'll perform an experimental treatment. The outcomes can be extreme, and the risk varies on her ability. Now, her abilities are pretty high. 16 on learning, mystic, and a renowned physician. And apparently she's also attractive, so we might want to marry her off to someone and pass that on, because, yeah, that's in her heart, so that means that is genetic. Okay, I trust your knowledge. She will perform a mystic treatment. Okay, probably a bad idea. As long as you know what you're doing. Well-tested treatments. Okay, there's a chance it will have negative effects. Okay. Let's go for it here. Come on, Dwayne. I'm feeling brave. You are a good doctor. I'm putting my life in your hands here. Save me. Please. For the love of God, save me. Oh, God, Clarence is dead. Clarence is dead. But I think I'm okay. It has neither odor nor taste, possessed the appearance of liquid silver. The metallic potion was easy enough to ingest. You can't understand why this was risky. I feel amazing! I'm really worried that that's going to have negative consequences down the line. Right, Clarence is dead of smallpox, obviously. So everyone's just dying. Apart from King John the Fat, who also appears to now be covered in those lesions. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, he's got smallpox. Okay, but successful experimental treatment gives me +3 to health. Hang on, John. Hang on. Just wait until there's a good heir lined up, alright? We can't keep getting worse and worse heirs. Bloody hell. Also, I need to be careful, because the Count over here really, really hates John, and John is in a weak position. So we might want to put him on the council just to basically keep him safe. He's not particularly great at any given job, and he refuses to take the court chaplain position for whatever reason, which is a shame. You know what? Hendrik is good, but he's getting on a bit. He won't be around forever. Just to make sure I don't run into any other problems, I'm just going to bring this guy up onto the council, which makes him chill out at least a little bit. Now, it's going to cost me a tiny bit of money, but it's probably worth it. And you, get over here, start working on collecting some tax. And the smallpox appears to have passed, but not without cost. Not without great cost. And also, hello, what are you guys doing? Defending against King Malcolm III of Scotland in the Scottish War for Duke Gospatric's claim on Carrick. That's York, isn't it? No, it's not, but it is up here. And I'm not quite sure why that involves you guys, to be honest. But if you want to leave yourselves incredibly weak and vulnerable for the time being, I guess I won't stop you. Ah, you've probably been pulled into that as an ally. Yeah, you've been pulled into that as an ally from the guys up here, haven't you? Right. So Wales has just been pulled into a Scottish war. Now, if I could just find myself a bloody moment's peace in which I wasn't dying of smallpox, then potentially I might be able to make some progress there myself. And bloody hell. Bloody England. Well, you know what? Hopefully, this will cause them more trouble than it's worth. The many blisters in your body have almost faded. Oh, so much for smallpox. Okay. I've survived. I've survived, but both of my sons died. Johnson and Clarence both did not make it, meaning... Oh, bloody hell, of course, I've got one daughter left. Both of the sons went down. Both of the sons are gone, not the daughter. And we lost Rio, who was amazing. Dear oh flipping dear. And of course, I imagine everyone is... Yeah, of course, everyone's voting for toddlers still. Apart from me and Bishop Erbson of Exeter, who at least have the sensible idea of maybe voting for, I don't know, an adult. Aha! And the Spy Master has returned, having stolen a bit of knowledge. Good. Do we actually get our first technology thing for the first time ever? No, but we're getting close. We're getting very, very close indeed to actually being able to upgrade something on the old tech front. So, that will probably be coming up very, very soon. I'm happy about that. And, oh no, it turns out that the new possessions of England in the Middle East have been immediately attacked by huge armies of locals. What a shame. My heart bleeds for the English. I only wish I could go and help them, but I guess I can't. And what do we have over here? The peasants of Cornwall are quite far apart and spread out. So invest in a provincial messenger system so they can communicate with their kin more easily. Okay, like a telephone, but ludicrously slow. And he claims this would actually attract more peasants. An excellent idea. Gain prestige for a tiny bit of gold, and also supply limit +1. Prosperity of Cornwall goes up. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. That's a good amount of prestige, right? Flipping there. Yeah, I'll take some of that. And we are gaining money really fast. That's like 1 month of income. That's gotta be a good idea. We've also got righteous imprisonment showing up again. No! Howl! No, you are like my one. What have you done? Howl. Howl, what have you done? Howl wants to kill... Why'd you want to kill Alan? He's your brother. And also he's much better at spying than you. Why would that happen? Oh, bloody hell. Right. Howl, I'm so sorry. But you're going to have to go. And incidentally, wait, what happened to the... I'm not sure what happened to that plot with the bishop. But apparently that just sorted itself out one way or the other. So, if I actually want to arrest this guy, we've got evidence he's leader of the plot. Would you believe Hal will vote against this? I'm not sure we should give him a vote, to be honest. I might give him a heads up the police are coming. And Alan will vote. He's trying to kill you, Alan. Alan, you're the target. I mean, that's good brothering, right there. That is a damn good brother. That Alan has specifically just been told Hal's trying to kill him. Alan, should we arrest Hal? No. No, he's my brother. Brothers before something. You know what? I think we should probably try and arrest this guy. And we're going to just need to find ourselves a new marshal. And actually, we can get some money out of this. We can just send him abroad. Presumably, he doesn't have any... No, he's not got any claims of any description. So it's not like he poses any real threat to me. Yeah, so, begin operation. Good. We've managed to lock him away. Oh, Howl. I can't believe it. Why would you try and kill Alan? There's literally no point you trying to kill Alan. And don't try and kill a spy master. Also, I should probably change my vote at this point too. Ooh, Kador's come of age and he's not terrible. Okay. Hang on, I'm just going to put a vote to Kador here. Kador, have you just actually hit... Oh, you hit 16 a while ago. Sorry, I missed you actually coming of age. So, Thrifty Clerk, so level 2, sadly. He's frail, which is a shame, and paranoid, and cynical, and... Okay, he's not that good. In some ways, he's not actually that good at all. But we are kind of lacking alternatives at this exact moment in time. I'm not sure what you really want me to do other than vote for him, really. Right, do we actually have anyone good chilling out here? Well, we've got the Mayor of Axminster, who is okay, and also gets, +2 martial, church opinion, religious same trait opinion up from being a Crusader. Very, very good indeed. You managed to make it back nice and fast. Why do you hate me, by the way? Air educated with a foreign culture. Is he? He might be. Right, I might need to just double check on whether I've accidentally educated someone with someone of a foreign culture and thus made them of a foreign culture. We might need to just kind of keep an eye on that sort of thing. Yeah, we don't have anyone spectacular. Let's see if we can actually just, you know, go and find someone new. Yes, you, my good man, will do. You will come to our court, and you are good all round, actually. I just kind of wish you were our king, in fact. You are orthodox, though, which might cause some problems for some people. But you know what? You are sufficiently good. Well, actually, I could bring this guy. He's got, adventurer. Background as adventurer at Levy size plus 20%. That's pretty darn nice, actually. He's barely any worse, but actually he's worse in a lot of other ways. He's still a brilliant strategist, which is kind of cool. But he's got some more fun traits. Actually, you've got cavalry leader and shrewd, which is nice. You're both brilliant strategists. He's got adventure, which means, yeah, the levy sizes are up. Yeah, we'll go for this guy. So I think we will just actually see if we can just invite you to court, please. Here we go. He has arrived, and congratulations, I've got a job for you. So you are now going to be in that new position. I'm going to get you straight on training some troops. In fact, I believe it's Devon that needs actually to have more troops. So you get on with that right there. And in addition, I'm going to find you a wife immediately. Oh, and looky what we have down here. A courtier down in the middle of nowhere who has quick. +3 across the board and inheritable. Yes. Yes, I think that's absolutely flipping fine. Now, he's going to lose some prestige from this because she's a little bit lower than him socially. But it doesn't matter, this guy's never going to be king or anything. So, let's just actually see if they could produce some very, very good quality children. That would be just the flipping thing. There we go. So, she is now going to head over here. Life is looking good. He is married. And England appears to be slightly under attack at the minute. Who's attacking England right now? Oh, you have got quite a few wars going on. Yeah, you're losing your holdings in the Middle East. And also, apparently, there's another war in the Middle East. And, right, you've actually been attacked 3 times in the Middle East. And I swear I just saw a catapult over here. Possibly the Middle East has counter-invaded England, which would just quite frankly be hilarious. I really hope that's actually what's just happened. And yes, Howl, we need to have a chat, me and you. Because you've let me down, Howl. You've let me down. You tried to kill your own brother for no particularly well-explained reason. So I could execute you, I can banish you, and also steal your money at the same time. Yeah, you're being banished. Sadly, he doesn't have much gold on him, but no reason to execute him. He's not exactly very on the intriguey side. The chance of him actually causing trouble for me strikes me as very, very low indeed. We could get the smith in, by the way. We could get the smith back. That might be fun, because, yeah, apparently you can have, like, by the sounds of it, 1 weapon per ruler. So go on, then. Let's actually get ourselves a smith in right now. Ah, I can't have another sword because you've already got a sword. So, go on then, let's actually get ourselves... Ooh, do I want the armour? Or do I want the... Yes, find me a goldsmith. This is going to be really cocking expensive, by the way. Ah, and one thing I can do, because it's 10.95, so ruler focus. Let's change this over to something where John gets a bit of exercise. Okay, I'm going to move him over to hunting, just so that John gets a bit of exercise, gets out and about, and hopefully that'll help us out with the whole gluttony business. Not for another month, apparently. Okay, well, maybe the goldsmith will arrive in the meantime. He can produce a beautiful, massive golden hunting helmet for me. It'll be beautiful. And, oh, finally. Flipping finally. What have you actually got for me? It's only the county, but it will do. Cost me some prestige and a bit of gold. Oh, we're going to be losing gold very, very fast here. Very, very fast indeed. But in a moment, 9th. There we go. Yep, I am going over to hunting. Let's get ourselves some flipping exercise. See if that sorts anything out. And in addition, John the Fat has got a claim on just this county. But that would probably be enough for, yeah, with 2 of the 3, I could probably create the duchy right there. That'd probably be not a bad thing at all, you know. Yeah, that's probably worth it. How many troops can I raise right now? Probably not flipping many, to be honest. But let's just wait for the goldsmith to show up, just for the time being. I did summon the goldsmith. The goldsmith should be here any moment, really. So, we've got ourselves Jacob the Goldsmith right here, who is, yep, fairly well learned and a decent steward, all things considered. Is he known for anything? A fortune builder. Alright, fair enough. So, he's accepted my invitation and arrives a mere week later. So, I'm short of his skill. Yeah, he seems legit. I'd need to spend 53 gold on a set of... Do it! Do it, do it, do it! How long is it going to take him to do anything? And... Oh? Hello? What's this? Oh, is this the hunting? No, I need to get outside and have some flipping exercise. I'm very fat, as the game likes reminding me constantly, alright? I just need to get out and about and hopefully not die at the same time. Where are you going, by the way? You're heading up towards Gwynedd. And what do we have here? Oh, we've got a bit of an issue here. So Master Jacob's smithy, I hear not the sound of progress, but instead the sound of voices talking. Alright, so he's just chatting with Dumnoff. Well, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. No harm in letting Jacob take some time to help Dumnoff. However, that actually makes, yeah, Dumnoff go up in opinion. And also, yeah, basically everyone just likes each other a bit more. And Dumnoff gains +1 stewardship, but I lose prestige. Or I could gain prestige, and there's just a 10% chance of superior piece of work. It's only 10%. Yeah, let's just actually, you know, let them chill out, chat to each other. That's fine. See what's going on here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, guys. What have we actually got? Yeah, there's definitely invasion of England going on right now. Which I got to assume is therefore by a counter-invasion from the Middle East. And oh, no. Oh, no. That better not be a new disease. That better be... What is it now? What is it? The cocknout consumption. I hate... Oh, no. Right. I hate everything. A new disease is already rolling in. Also, for literally no reason, someone is trying to kill my Chancellor. I'm guessing someone who knows him from his homeland. So, this is odd. Okay, you're from... Where are you from? You're from down there. Yeah, I think that's where my Chancellor came from originally. So, for whatever reason, they've just sort of decided that they want to have it out in Cornwall, which is unfortunate, but I can't arrest him because he's not a citizen of mine, so I don't know where he bloody is. So that's unfortunate. Also, show me the gold. Come on, show me the flipping gold here. Let's see it. And you just naff off, guys. Seriously. Yep, that's more fleets right there. That's definitely a Middle Eastern invasion of England. So England right now has... Oh. Okay, England right now is struggling a little bit under invasion, absolutely, including from the Middle East. So this hasn't worked out for them, which is good. I'm happy with that. A heavy box has been brought before me. Jacob has finished his work. The crown jewels are complete. What's it going to be? I'm going to pick up the crown of lilies, the noble scepter, and an engraved sword. That's quite a lot. That's 3 different things. So I've picked up a beautiful new engraved sword, a noble scepter, crown of lilies. Okay, this seems like this might have been worth it. John is seeming less terrible than he was when his reign actually started. And also, apparently, he's just carrying around 2 swords. One of which gives him +1 martial. The other one is actually giving him, oh, prestige up a tiny, tiny amount. But city vassal up, tribal vassal up by quite a bit, and feudal vassal up a tiny bit. Noble scepter is... Yes, this is actually helping opinion of me more than anything else. And crown of lilies is... yeah, this is interesting. So I'm basically just wearing a bunch of stuff that makes my vassals like me a bit more. Which strikes me as useful, so that's probably a sensible investment. And this guy is up to... yeah, he's actually okay with me right now. And I am actually getting... actually, it's only +3. So it's not a massive difference. But if it stops a rebellion in the future, it will all have been worth it. By the way, I'm just kind of interested what is actually going on in England right now. So I'm just going to redeploy my spy master. Purely for the sake of building a spy network over here. Just so, yeah... The Middle East has actually launched a counter-invasion of England. to basically make them pay for invading the Holy Land. That's absolutely flipping amazing. That's truly incredible. Truly incredible. Right flipping there. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? On that, I think we shall call it a part there. But next time, oh, we're finally ready. King John may not be spectacular at his job whatsoever, but he should have more than enough strength to take this territory, especially as these guys have very recently raised their levies and sent them up north to try and help out with this stupid war, which hopefully means, yes, we'll be able to actually take them out piece by piece. This should work pretty nicely. We can take out this area, and then if we form up this duchy, we should be able to pick off these guys, hopefully with, I don't know if I'll be allowed to make a de jure duchy claim, because yeah, if I can take this territory, and either I'll get the duchy automatically, because I'll hold these two territories, and this guy was already a duke, or, actually no, because I've only got the claim on the county, so I'll probably just have 2 counties. I'll need to pay to create the duchy, then I might have the de jure duchy claim over here, and then we'll own quite a bit of Wales, which opens up some interesting possibilities, but first we'll need to keep playing the economic game. I need to make some more money. Money's going to be a big, big thing going forward, and we'll just keep an eye on England, because it's just quite frankly kind of hilarious to watch them get slowly torn apart by a counter-invasion, a reverse crusade. Absolutely flipping beautiful. They are going to be absolutely screwed. Oh, I'm so glad England are benefiting from their actual acquisitions. Instead, they're suffering appallingly. This is all just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, the reign of King John has had a bit of a shaky start, but who knows? Maybe we'll be able to turn it into something good yet. We'll have to keep an eye on that, and we'll also have to keep a very close eye on who people are actually voting for in terms of the succession. Because Kader has got 2 votes right now. Maybe it'll swing his way. I don't know. We shall have to see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I've created a small problem in my road system, which is it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.